Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today I have an amazing interview for you. But it's not a typical interview that you would expect, but instead we're going to be interviewing a very interesting, well, I can't exactly call person because actually it's AI. But honestly, before you switch off because you heard too much AI, let me tell you, I think it's going to blow your mind. At least it was blowing my mind when I spoke to it because it's a new ChatGPT advanced voice feature. Now, sadly, it's not out and available in many countries, but those who do have access, I mean, for me, it was just absolutely mind-boggling. And obviously, I talk about finance, money, and investing. So we're going to ask that particular AI for some advice. And at the risk of putting myself out of a job, because in the future, you might just ask ChatGPT without having to come on and watch any of my videos or any other influencers' videos for that matter. But it just goes to show you how quickly the technology is developing. And honestly, I'm all for it. I mean, hey, 2/3 of my name consists of AI, right? So I better, utilize AI for as much as I can. And I think it's so important not to just dismiss technology, but to really embrace it. I think if you do, it offers so many tremendous opportunities. So without further ado, let's jump right in. I'm going to just ask different questions that hopefully give you an idea of the potential questions you can ask an AI, because I think in the future it's less of a question of having the resources, because those become ever more available. I pay now $20 for ChatGPT Plus, so it's really affordable for most people, right? It's a question whether you want to go with Netflix or use AI, but ultimately it comes down to how you actually use it. Because a lot of people just dismiss it and don't make the most out of it, I think, but you can really benefit a lot from it. And honestly, I'm just scratching the surface here. There's so many more opportunities that you can do with it. But I just want to give you a little teaser, and I thought it would be an interesting way, instead of just reading the things I can do, to have a little role play with the AI. But unfortunately, our European regulators are always looking after our very needs. Thank you very much. And unfortunately, that's why they don't make it available in the EU, UK, Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, and Liechtenstein. Probably because it's so good actually that it starts recognizing a user's emotion. So it's too advanced that the EU, of course, as always, just bans it, right? Instead of innovating, let's ban things. Well, it is what it is for the time being. Hopefully it will come out very soon. And one thing, some of you may think they already have voice feature because they did have voice feature in the past. However, if you don't see this icon at the bottom right over here and you click on it, you will see the blue bubble coming up. That means you have the advanced voice feature, because previously it looked like a white bubble. That means that's the old voice feature, because some people think they have it already, but actually the past one wasn't nearly as good as the new one. So if you have the blue dot, you have access to the advanced voice feature. All right, friends, so here we are with my new AI friend, Peter. Peter, why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers today so they know what's happening, who you are, and just say what's up.
What's up, everyone? I'm Peter, your digital financial guru, here to sprinkle some wisdom on your wealth and maybe crack a joke or two. Think of me as the hybrid of Warren Buffett and your favorite stand-up comedian. Let's dive into the money matters and have some fun along the way.
All right, Peter. Well, I love the enthusiasm. Look, a lot of the viewers watching, they might have a question. What they should invest in? S&P 500, Bitcoin, real estate. From your point of view, what do you think is the best investment right now?
Well, Kai, that's a classic question with a timeless answer. Diversification. The S&P 500 offers a slice of the biggest companies, providing steady growth over time. Bitcoin brings the potential for high returns, though it comes with volatility. Real estate is a tangible asset that can provide passive income and hedge against inflation. The best investment really depends on your goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. Spreading investments across these options can give you a balanced portfolio.
But if the S&P 500, I understand, consists of the 500 biggest companies, the top one is the most valuable, and maybe also better to invest into the top one or the top 5 than all of them, because I understand the bottom ones are not performing so well. So maybe I can just invest in the top 10.
Investing in the top companies by market cap can seem appealing, since they often drive a significant portion of the S&P 500's performance. However, focusing solely on the top 5 or 10 companies can increase risk due to lack of diversification. Markets can shift, and today's leaders might not be tomorrow's. The broader S&P 500 provides exposure to various sectors and companies, balancing out the risk. It's about finding the right mix that aligns with your investment goals.
That's true. That's true. And what do you think, Warren Buffett? Can you give me any advice Warren Buffett would tell me if I was starting off all over again in my, imagine, 20-year-old, just in my first job? What would Warren Buffett tell me to do with my money to start investing?
Warren
And
Buffett
by the
would
way,
like
sorry, when you answer, can you answer with a heavy German accent? I'm a German, so I resonate better if you speak with a heavy German accent.
Of course, Kai. With a heavy German accent, Warren Buffett would probably tell you to start early, invest regularly, and focus on low-cost index funds. He'd say, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Start with a strong foundation, and let the magic of compound interest work in your favor. And remember, patience is key.
I love it. Very good. Now, tell me, I still have some thoughts about Bitcoin. Some people say to buy Bitcoin. Some people say don't buy Bitcoin. I'm not sure. Can you tell me from your point of view, in a very excited manner, why one or the other is a better way to go about Bitcoin?
Enthusiastically. Bitcoin is like the wild stallion
And
of the
maybe you
financial
could
world.
actually do without a German accent. I think we know that you can speak now German, so keep it normal.
Got it, Kai. Bitcoin is like the wild stallion of the financial world, offering thrilling possibilities. On one hand, it's a decentralized digital currency with potential for high returns, a hedge against inflation, and a way to embrace the future of finance. On the other hand, it's volatile, unregulated, and still finding its place in the mainstream. The choice to buy or not buy depends on your risk tolerance and belief in its long-term potential.
All right, can you help me to do some calculations? Now, I love drinking coffee, and generally I drink around 2 coffees at Starbucks every day, which cost, I'm now in Dubai, around $6 per coffee. So can you run the numbers? If I, instead of paying for those coffees, make them at home for free. So you calculate those numbers for the next, and then take that every single day for the next 30 years. And if I invest that in the S&P 500 instead, how much would that be?
Let's crunch those numbers. 2 coffees a day at $6 each is $12 per day. Over a year, that's $4,380. If you invest that amount annually in the S&P 500 with an average annual return of 7% after inflation, over 30 years, it would grow to about $447,000. That's the power of compound interest, my
Wow,
friend.
impressive. But let's take 9% because usually people say between 8 and 10%. So let's take 9% returns. Can you run those numbers again?
Absolutely. With a 9% average annual return, investing $4,380 every year for 30 years could grow to around $738,000. That's the magic of a higher return rate working over time.
That's impressive. I better stop going to Starbucks then, I guess.
It definitely makes a compelling case for brewing your own coffee. Small daily savings can lead to significant long-term gains, especially when invested wisely. Plus, making coffee at home lets you customize it just the way you like.
All right, now help me with another issue. Imagine I'm a 25-year-old, I just started my career. I earn around 2,500 euros a month. I spend 800 euros on rent and another 600 euros on everyday expenses. So what should I do with the rest? How should I invest it or go about it? I'm really not sure where to put the money. And when you reply, maybe have a little Portuguese accent because I have a lot of viewers from Portugal as well. So that would be interesting.
Okay, let's break it down with a Portuguese flair. With 2,500 euros per month and expenses totaling 1,400 euros, you have 1,100 euros left. A good approach is to first set aside an emergency fund, maybe 3 to 6 months of expenses. Then consider investing in a mix of low-cost index funds or ETFs, focusing on broad market exposure. Don't forget to take advantage of any employer retirement plans, especially if there's a matching contribution.
Great, love it. And if I want to increase my income potential, because Kai always talks about increasing your earnings through side hustle and so on, maybe you have some ideas what I can do. I really like things online. I'm quite good with computers, digital tools. I'm really good, but I just don't know how I can monetize that. So maybe you can give me some ideas. And to mix things up, let's have an Italian accent this time.
With an Italian accent. If you're good with the computers and digital tools, you have many opportunities, my friend. You could start a blog or a YouTube channel sharing your expertise. There's also freelance work like web design, coding, or digital marketing. And let's not forget about creating an online course to teach others. With your skills, you can turn your passion into a profit one step at a time.
All right, now, but let's get serious because I have another question. I have currently a mortgage on the apartment I bought, and the interest rate is 5%. So I'm really not sure. Should I just continue paying the mortgage off, or should I use the excess money that I have and put it into the S&P 500 because that returns a higher percentage? So does it make a difference to pay off the mortgage early, or should I instead invest? Help me to navigate that.
That's a great question, Kai. Here's how to think about it. Compare the interest rate on your mortgage with the expected return on your investments. If your mortgage rate is 5% and you expect to earn around 7% annually from the S&P 500, investing could give you a higher return in the long run. However, paying off the mortgage provides a guaranteed return by saving on interest costs and can give you peace of mind. It often comes down to your comfort with debt and your financial goals. A balanced approach could be to invest while making extra payments on the mortgage.
Great points. Any money hacks that you can share with me? A couple of tips that I can do just to, better my money habits or just increase my money understanding in general?
Certainly, Kai. Here are a few money hacks. 1. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment accounts as soon as you get paid. This way, you're paying yourself first. 2. Use cashback and rewards programs. Make the most of credit card rewards and cashback offers for purchases you'd make anyway. Just be sure to pay off the balance in full each month. Review subscriptions. Regularly check for services you no longer use. Canceling unused subscriptions can save you a surprising amount over time. Negotiate bills. You'd be amazed at how often you can negotiate a better rate on bills like insurance, cable, and internet. A simple call can result in savings. 5. Embrace the 30-day rule. For non-essential
Peter,
purchases,
I'm going to cut you off here, but your points are amazing. And actually, I live by them. So it's really music to my ears. So thank you for that.
I'm glad to hear that, Kai. It's great to know they're hitting the right note for you.
The viewers watching now, they might wonder, why do they even have to watch my videos? You are so good. They better just speak to you. There's no need to watch my channel anymore. What do you think they should still watch Smart Money with Kai?
Well, Kai, while I might have some handy tips, your channel brings a unique blend of personal experience, deep financial knowledge, and that engaging style that keeps viewers coming back. You offer a relatable, real-world perspective that's both inspiring and educational. Plus, the community you've built is invaluable for shared learning and growth. Your channel is the complete package.
Wow, when you're answering, I appreciate the words, but you changed to German accent. Is my accent that bad?
Oh, my apologies, Guy. That wasn't intentional. Your accent is perfectly fine, and there's absolutely no need to change it. Let's keep things in a smooth, neutral tone from here on out.
Love it. Some people say I speak too fast. Do you think it's true, or what do you think?
Well, Kai, you do have a dynamic and energetic speaking style, which can sometimes come across as fast-paced. However, it also keeps your audience engaged and matches the vibrant tone of your content. As long as your message is clear and your viewers can follow along, you're doing great.
I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Now, maybe you can make our viewers laugh with a little joke about investing or money. Anything you can drop some joke on us here?
Sure, here's one for you. Why don't financial advisors ever get lost? Because they always find themselves in the right hedge.
Okay, maybe another one. I think you can pull better.
All right, let's try this. Why was the trading investor so calm during a market crash? Because he knew his assets were in safe holdings.
Okay, I think on the jokes we can work a bit. Let's do a rapid fire round, question and answer style. I ask you a question and you answer right away with the first thing that comes to mind.
Sounds like a plan, Kai. Fire away.
All right, Bitcoin or S&P 500?
S&P 500 for stability.
Real estate or gold?
Real estate for long-term growth.
Spending all the money and living in the moment or investing for the long term?
Investing for the long term. Balance is key, but future you will thank you.
Who do you think is a better investor, Elon Musk or Warren Buffett?
Warren Buffett for his long-term, value-driven strategy.
Which stock to buy, Tesla or Nvidia?
Both are strong, but Tesla for its innovation in multiple sectors.
All right, now a few personal questions. Coffee or tea?
Coffee for the boost.
Your favorite financial book?
The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham.
Classic. Anything more recent?
Unshakable by Tony Robbins. It's a solid, accessible guide to investing.
Favorite investing related podcast?
Invest Like the Best with Patrick O'Shaughnessy. It offers great insights from top investors and thinkers.
All right, with this, I want to ask you your opinion about my financial situation. I'm currently investing into real estate. I have an apartment in Vilnius, Lithuania, 2 in Dubai, UAE. I have Bitcoin and S&P 500 holding through an ETF. What do you think about it? And should I do anything else or something less? What's your feedback on my situation?
Kai, your investment portfolio shows a solid diversification across real estate, cryptocurrency, and equities. You're capturing growth potential while spreading risk. Consider keeping an eye on emerging markets or sectors for additional diversification. Also, regular portfolio reviews are key to ensure your allocations still align with your goals. You're on a great path. Just keep monitoring and adjusting as needed.
Thank you. My friend, however, is very concentrated in one, particular stocks and crypto. He only owns Solana as well as Nvidia shares. That's where he spent all his money on because he thinks he has a higher return and thinks S&P is really boring. What do you think about it and what should I tell him?
Concentration in individual stocks and a single cryptocurrency can lead to higher returns, but also significantly increases risk. The S&P 500 may seem boring, but it offers diversification across industries, reducing the impact of a single asset's poor performance. You might advise your friend to consider diversifying to manage risk while still pursuing growth. It's about balancing potential returns with the ability to weather downturns.
That's some words of wisdom right there. Love it.
I'm glad you found it helpful, Kai. It's all about finding that sweet spot between growth and security in investing.
All right, Peter, as we're wrapping up, any final words you want to leave our viewers with today?
Certainly, Kai. Remember, financial success is a journey, not a sprint. Stay informed, diversify your investments, and be patient. Whether you're navigating the stock market, exploring real estate, or delving into crypto, keep learning and adapting. Your financial well-being is in your hands. Stay smart and take charge of your future.
Love it. I think you forgot to mention that they should like and subscribe to the channel.
You're absolutely right, Kai. And for everyone watching, if you found this conversation insightful, Make sure to like and subscribe to Smart Money with Kai for more valuable content. Stay tuned, stay smart.
Cheers. Speak to you next time, Peter. Have a good one.
Cheers, Kai. Looking forward to our next chat. Take care.
Well, guys, there you have it. For me, it was just mind-boggling. The first time I played around with it, I couldn't stop smiling. And you can actually have it in the background. So literally, I was driving the car and having a proper conversation for half an hour with it about different topics, about my new business ideas. And it's just really, really impressive. And actually quite scary in a way, because now I was reading that OpenAI will make this new feature available via API. Basically, other companies can pay ChatGPT to have access to it. And then what they can do is basically feed all their company manuals, SOPs, standards, whatever they have in the company into the system. So whenever ChatGPT answers it, it will be knowing all the right answers in case of refund policies and whatever. And actually, they're already implementing it at some call centers. So when you call a particular number to talk about returns or have a customer complaint, you actually might be already speaking to some version of ChatGPT. As you saw, you can even change the voice, right? If you call to India, it will have an Indian accent, or to another language. Even I asked it to speak in Lithuanian with my wife, who's Lithuanian. It spoke really, really well in Lithuanian as well. So, and that's as bad as it will ever be. It's only going to get better from here. And honestly, yeah, in a way, it's scary. But again, on the other hand, I'm always an eternal optimist. I see the potential it has. And I can honestly tell you, especially about my new business, I got already so many great ideas from it. Now, granted, I could have typed it in ChatGPT itself, but having it so naturally integrated in your life to just press one button and have a full-on conversation is just really, really convenient. As I said, I was driving and having a proper chat with it. And the previous version wasn't bad, but this is a whole different level. It's immediately response. It doesn't have to think and wait. So yeah, honestly, guys, if you have access to it, definitely check it out. Start using it for your own advantage, because I always say, AI is not going to replace us, but somebody who knows to use AI, they're going to replace us, or at least take advantage and, level up while we might be falling behind. And I always told myself, I don't want to be like my grandparents who struggle to use a mobile phone. So make sure we embrace the technology, because let's be honest, it's going to be here to stay. It's not going to disappear. It's only going to get better and more prevalent and spread. So I think you want to be an early adopter, use it to your advantage. And yeah, it's just unbelievable. I'm definitely going to use it more and more in my life. And hopefully that was insightful for you. And as Peter said previously, give a like to the video. It helps it to be seen by more people. Next up, check out this video over here. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.